You're chasing the wrong things. Your true source of peace isn't found in success, wealth, or praise from others. Our emotional state is not dictated by external events, but by the lens through which we interpret them. The philosophy of Stoicism doesn't promise to change your world. It reveals how to master your inner world. This ancient system cultivates a resilient, calm mind capable of navigating life's turbulence with grace. The journey to this unshakable composure begins with a simple yet profound shift. We must learn to observe our own feelings without being ruled by them. Emotions are not your enemies, they are signals. Your task is not to judge them as good or bad, but to understand the judgments that created them. Let me guide you towards a life governed not by fleeting feelings, but by enduring wisdom and a genuine, lasting calm. When we truly grasp this distinction, we gain the power to pause before reacting. We create a mental space between a stimulus and our response. This space is where your freedom lives. In that moment, you can observe the emotion, anger, anxiety, envy, as a neutral event occurring within you. Ask yourself, what thought, what belief gave birth to this feeling? This self-inquiry is the bedrock of self-mastery. It allows you to respond with intention rather than being hijacked by impulse. And this leads us to a crucial realization. While you cannot control the actions of others or the flow of world events, you possess absolute sovereignty over your own mind. You can transform your perspective. Stoicism offers the blueprint to build an inner citadel, a sanctuary of stability amidst life's chaos. The practice of mindfulness is the gateway to this inner citadel. To be mindful is to dwell fully in the present moment, aware of your passing thoughts and sensations, without clinging to them or pushing them away. It is to meet each experience with curiosity, not instant condemnation. This heightened awareness reveals your automatic patterns of reaction. It is the first step toward acceptance, a Stoic superpower. To accept reality is not to approve of it, but to courageously face the truth of your current situation. Only from a place of clear-eyed acceptance can you choose an action aligned with your deepest values. You accept the present in all its joy or pain, precisely because you trust in your capacity to choose your response. This philosophy, forged by thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, centers on virtue and living in harmony with nature's rational order. Its core directive is to focus your energy exclusively on what is within your power, your opinions, your pursuits, your desires, and to release your grip on everything else. This focus is the foundation of inner peace, the key to success in any demanding field. By directing your efforts toward your own conduct and attitude, you bypass the exhausting anxiety that comes from trying to command the uncontrollable. Few embodied this principle more powerfully than Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor of the 2nd century CE. His reign was a relentless storm of war, plague, and political strife. Yet he is remembered as the philosopher king. His personal writings, known as Meditations, are a masterclass in applying Stoic discipline. He constantly reminded himself to channel his efforts only toward his own reasoning, his choices, and his character, never wasting energy on the behavior of others or on fate. Amid immense power and duty, he cultivated simplicity, justice, and a profound sense of service. His legacy demonstrates that calm and moral courage are not products of circumstance, but of disciplined practice. Now, let us distill this timeless wisdom into actionable lessons for modern life. Lesson 1. Silence is the most potent reply to anger. When met with hostility, the instinct is to retaliate. But this often escalates conflict. The Stoic chooses stillness. Your composed silence can de-escalate a situation, offering clarity to both parties. It is not weakness, it is strategic strength. It allows the other person's anger to dissipate against a wall of your unshakable peace. Lesson 2. Your peace is sacrificed when you invest it in external outcomes. Imagine two people in the same traffic jam, both late. One rages, honks, and curses the universe. The other accepts the reality of the jam, using the time to listen to a podcast or simply breathe. Who is truly in control? The first has handed their inner state over to traffic lights. We must diligently separate what is ours to command, our judgment and effort, from what is not. Chasing validation, perfect circumstances, or specific results is a recipe for suffering, for these are inherently unstable. Your power lies in your internal virtues, your wisdom, your courage, your justice. Invest there. Lesson 3. It is irrational to be shocked by life's inevitable changes. The world is in constant flux. To become distressed when plans unravel is to hold a childish view of reality. The Stoic trains the mind to expect adversity, not to be ambushed by it. When you accept that difficulty is a part of the design, you greet challenges with preparedness, not panic. A calm mind is not surprised by storms. It learns to sail in them. Lesson 4. Master your mind, and you master your experience. You cannot control every external event, your health, your reputation, the actions of others. But you are the sole authority over your perceptions, your values, and your ultimate judgments. This is your locus of control. By dedicating your energy to understanding and refining this inner landscape, you forge a resilience that no external event can break. Your inner world becomes your fortress. Lesson 5. The ultimate form of vengeance is to refuse to become like the person who wronged you. Meeting malice with more malice perpetuates a cycle of pain. The Stoic answer is to counter vice with virtue. Respond to pettiness with dignity. Answer hatred with reasoned kindness. This is not being a pushover. It is claiming the moral high ground with unassailable strength. In doing so, you rob their action of its intended effect and offer a silent lesson in integrity. Lesson 6. Cherish with your whole heart the people and situations fate has placed in your path. Fate here means the conditions of your life you did not choose. The Stoic embraces these conditions as the raw material for practicing virtue. You always retain the choice of how to view your circumstances. This mindset frees you from resentment over the unchangeable. Love the people in your life fiercely, not in spite of impermanence, but because of it. Fully inhabit each shared moment. Lesson 7. Anchor yourself in the present. Anxiety and anger are almost always products of dwelling on the past or fearing the future. The present moment is the only point in time where you can exercise your will and take purposeful action. The philosophers urge us to resist the distraction of mental time travel. When you root your awareness firmly in the now, you find a clarity and peace that allows you to do what truly matters. Lesson 8. Begin each day with a conscious reminder of your fortune. When you wake, take a moment to reflect. You are alive. You can breathe, think, enjoy, and love. This simple practice of gratitude recenters you on the profound gift of consciousness. It grounds you in what is essential, your capacity for reason, for connection, for positive impact. Starting the day from this place of abundance equips you to face challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to express your humanity. Lesson 9. Inaction in the face of injustice is a form of complicity. Evil persists not only through the acts of the wicked, but through the silence of the comfortable. Stoicism is not a philosophy of passive retreat. It calls for courageous action aligned with justice. If we witness cruelty, exploitation, or dishonesty, our moral duty is to oppose it, to prioritize our personal comfort over the dignity of others is to fail in our fundamental humanity. Meaningful change begins when ordinary people find the courage to speak. Lesson 10. Your character is demonstrated through action, not words. Endless debate about virtue is meaningless if not embodied. It is futile to preach kindness while acting with selfishness. Your credibility is built by living your stated principles. To inspire others toward goodness, you must first model it relentlessly in your daily conduct. Your deeds are your most powerful testimony. Lesson 11. Hidden gifts exist in every moment if you are attentive enough to see them. Even in mundane or difficult situations, there are subtle joys, lessons, or chances for connection. Life's constant change brings not only loss, but unexpected openings. Do not sleepwalk through your days. Cultivate the alertness to seize the unique offerings of the present, for they will not return. Lesson 12. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. The now is all you truly possess. When your mind is lost in yesterday or tomorrow, you miss the rich texture of the present. Treat the current moment as a precious gift to be experienced fully. You will not find happiness in some distant then. You cultivate it here in this breath, in this awareness. Open this gift with gratitude. Lesson 13. The only wealth you keep is the wealth you give away. Material possessions and status symbols are transient. They cannot follow you. What endures is the positive impact you have on other people's lives, the kindness shown, the help offered, the love shared. Measuring your life by accumulation leads to emptiness. Measuring it by contribution creates a lasting legacy. True abundance flows from generosity. Lesson 14. Comfort can be the enemy of growth. A life focused solely on ease and security is a life that avoids its highest calling. We are not meant to simply stay warm and unbothered. Should we not face necessary hardships to grow, to contribute, to make a difference? The choice is yours. A life of passive comfort or a life of active purpose aligned with your moral duty. Meaning is found in the struggle, not in the avoidance of it. Lesson 15. Hiding your flaws invites the worst assumptions. When we conceal our vulnerabilities out of shame, we leave others to imagine our shortcomings, and they will often imagine the worst. Stoic self-honesty involves acknowledging your imperfections openly. This vulnerability is a strength. It disarms judgment, builds genuine trust, and liberates you from the exhausting performance of perfection. Connection flourishes in the space of shared, authentic humanity. Lesson 16. Life itself is neutral. It is the stage upon which events simply occur. Our labels of good or bad are not inherent in events, but are projections of our own judgments. Recognizing this allows us to engage with life's complexities without being devastated by bad fortune or overly attached to good. The world does not happen to you. It happens, and you choose the meaning. Lesson 17. You cannot avoid death, but you can overcome the fear of it. Our mortality is fixed. Our terror about it is optional. The Stoic redirects focus from the inevitability of the end to the quality of the journey. By accepting life's temporary nature, you are freed to live with more urgency, purpose, and appreciation. The real victory is not in avoiding death, but in living so fully that you disarm its power to frighten you. Lesson 18. We chase trivial things with tremendous energy. Society urges us to pursue money, fame, and pleasure as ultimate goals. Yet these rarely deliver the deep fulfillment we crave. The Stoic practice is to constantly distinguish between what is merely preferred and temporary, and what is genuinely good and enduring, our character. Ask yourself, are my desires aligned with my growth and virtue or with superficial validation? Until we see the emptiness of many common pursuits, we remain slaves to them. Freedom lies in wanting what truly matters. Lesson 19. Decide who you wish to be, and then be that person consistently. Your core identity should not shift with your audience or circumstance. This requires deep self-knowledge, a clear set of principles forged through reflection. With this internal compass, you can navigate any social pressure or challenge without compromising your integrity. Maturity is the ability to hold fast to your authentic self, whether you are alone or in a crowd. Lesson 20. Understand the value of your integrity and never sell it cheaply. In a complex world, flexibility and pragmatism are sometimes necessary. However, compromising your core principles for minor conveniences or short-term gains is a catastrophic trade. Know what is non-negotiable. Effective leadership and a life of dignity depend on knowing when to bend and when to stand like a rock. Before you justify a compromise, ask, what is the true cost to my soul? Let's turn to the profound insights of Seneca, the great Stoic teacher and advisor to Nero. Despite immense wealth and power, he championed simplicity, self-control, and justice. His writings are a practical guide to applying philosophy to daily stress and ambition. Even when ordered to commit suicide, he met his end with stoic calm, his integrity intact. His life reminds us that philosophy is for living, not just for study. A central Seneca lesson: we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Our minds are factories of worry, spinning elaborate tales of future disasters that almost never come to pass. This mental habit creates immense, unnecessary pain. The remedy is to anchor yourself in the facts of the present. Calm your frantic thoughts. You will find that most challenges are far more manageable when you face them directly, stripped of the terrifying narratives you've attached to them. Furthermore, do not sacrifice the present by longing for an idealized future. We often delay living, waiting for the right conditions to be happy. But life happens now. Every moment dismissed as a mere stepping stone is a moment of your precious life lost. Engage deeply with the current experience, however imperfect. This is where joy and growth are found. Seneca also said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." Our time feels short when we waste it on distractions and trivial pursuits. But when we live with intention, focusing on learning, creating, and connecting, a single day can hold immense depth. A purposeful life feels expansive and rich, regardless of its chronological length. Now consider Epictetus, the philosopher who began life as a slave. His teachings are brutally practical, focused on the dichotomy of control. He taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason: to listen more than we speak. True, understanding requires humility, the willingness to set aside our own assumptions and truly hear others. Speak only after you have learned the meaning of what you wish to say. He defined freedom not as political liberty, but as self-mastery. If your happiness depends on external validation or favorable events, you are a slave to circumstance. But if you govern your own desires, judgments, and reactions, you achieve an inner freedom that no external power can take away. Your well-being becomes an internal achievement. Epictetus also warned against putting all your hopes in one place. Build a life rich with multiple sources of meaning: your work, your relationships, your hobbies, your service. If one fails, the others sustain you. Diversify your emotional and spiritual investments. Finally, identity precedes action. Know your values intimately. Let that knowledge dictate your behavior in the world. Don't merely adopt the adornments of a role. Become the person worthy of it from the inside out. This exploration reveals Stoicism not as a dusty historical relic, but as a vital operating system for modern resilience. Its core is actionable. Separate what you control from what you don't. Focus your energy exclusively on the former, your judgments, your efforts, your character. Release your grip on outcomes, reputation, and the past. Practice mindfulness to stay rooted in the present. Meet adversity not with surprise, but with the prepared mind of a practitioner. Choose virtue as your response, always. In doing so, you construct an inner citadel of peace. This path is open to you now. The power to reframe your challenges, to find calm in chaos, to live with purpose. It resides in your capacity to choose your perspective. If this perspective shift resonated with you, if you feel equipped to start building your own unshakable core, then do us a great favor, like this video. It helps the channel Stoic Mindset Mastery reach others seeking this same peace. Subscribe for more practical wisdom to navigate life with strength and clarity. Your journey toward a mastered mind continues with the next video. Until then, remember, the obstacle is the way.